intermission? Why an intermission? It's no intermission, sorry. Oh, let's get my microphone a little bit closer. Like there, so you can hear me. No, there I am. Hope the on my side again. Music a little bit loud. Probably. For the new watchers, sorry, yeah, pro streamer. As always, I probably have the. No, that's okay. I have several sound sources open and everything, which means that they have to get regulated at a certain point, of course, because I don't want to hear my music too loudly. Also, I don't want them to be too loud for you. Blah, 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 and so forth, and whatever. Welcome to my, what did I call it? Layers of bricks. Yeah. Again, yes, I am going to complain a little bit about my job. It was a little bit too much again. 12-hour shift yesterday. Have recovered quite a lot, but not enough to be concentrating on very small miniatures. Although I do have some laying around here. I hope I get to them this stream. Last week I got a little bit. I am rewind. Go to the point first. I am given myself. English. I have given myself a something to do this year. I am going to paint the first 2 months at least 2 minis a week. Should not be that difficult, but there will still be more minis added and stuff and everything with a very busy job. Whatever. I have 2 monthly challenges that I work for. For one of those challenges, I am painting quite a lot of classic monsters. Wait, let's get a little bit over there. Yeah, classic monsters. And my brain made those nice little waves at a certain moment, and I had something like, classic monsters. I want to make. I'm painting a lot of them, about 10 or something. For the challenge, they make a nice video of it. Oh, then they have to take all my. Yeah, can take just some of the painted minis, or if they take all of them, it's going to be quite a long, and it's only being the ball GM with a few other painters. That's not nice, so I don't want to take that spotlight. I will make a group photo. And what's the best way of making classic monsters look good? A classic dungeon. So yeah, I have decided to. My goblin squire mug is chipping. That's not good, but still I can drink my coffee. So yeah, why not? As busy as I am, let's build a classic dungeon. Shoot. Sometimes I really astonish myself. I mean, I already am that busy, and then I'm going to build a small classic dungeon. Yeah, right. Anywho, I started building today. Yeah, no, this week with the basic form. There he is. I did draw some stuff in, so I know about where I want to have stuff. This is styrofoam, the one with the little bubbles in there. I cannot texture it as I want it. I could texture it with some kind of paste or some stuff that I have, but I thought it's better for the real dungeon and everything. It's better to use the nice hard foam or XPS foam. You can really nicely. Where am I bumping again? Ah, sorry, Bertha. I'll go a little bit closer. Let's see. There it is. Nicely textured green foam, hard foam, XPS foam, and you can texture it much better. The only thing is, yeah, well, I have to use quite a lot for this, and I do want it to use, as I have two nice big tubs over here. Yeah, you can see this one has flagstones. At least can you see it over there? I hope no. It's all. Anyway, there are flagstones in here. A few that I made in the couple of years I have since I have my. Oh, by the way, a few more. And I have XPS foam bricks, the ones you see over here. I could make it easier by just coating this one with a long piece of XPS foam and then just draw all the stones in. That would be much. I don't know why I'm trying to look at you, but look at, that's just my mini cam, just whatever. I could just draw the stones in, would be easier. I can still texture it. So my whatever would also look great. But as it is going to be a classic dungeon, an old dungeon, so if I am going to draw all the stones, it will be too flat. Still, you can see all the textures and everything, and it will still look like stones in there. But I want to get those stones also not in the same depth every time. So some of the stones will be pushed to the front, some will be a little, and you cannot really see, but this one, for example, is already pushed down a little bit. That small one over there. Can I get? Oh, I have to go all the way up. Reach. Whee! Where am I? Yeah, no, it's whee. Yeah, I have a little bit of a delay here. Anyway, so I have decided to just use the loose stones. And why not? Oh, let's go back a little bit. Because pro streamer, no, still a little bit. Because I don't want you to see my my microphone. Yeah, that's a nice gold one, but that's everything. So this is going to be the dungeon. I have two pairs of stairs. I searched the internet, of course, for a few ideas, because yeah, well, I can make just a box shape thingy. I want to do it a little bit different. So I did find a nice picture on Instagram. I would like to show it, but then I also want to credit the person who did build that one, and of course cannot find the picture back, or even who created it, so sorry. But the idea indeed is to make these walls and these with the bricks, the floors of these with the flagstones, and then put some very nice pillars, well, half pillars. Just the first thing that I thought was doing the pillars like one here, like one there, but as I'm going to use it for photographing my minis, I think that would just be in the way. In the case I want some pillars in there, I can make pillars that stand loose in there. Also, this is still not high enough, because if I make pictures like that, you will still be able to see over here. So I am going to, I have been thinking about what am I going to do with all that room. Well, I am cleaning up my my hobby room, and I have thrown out quite some boxes with stuff that I have been collecting for over 10 years, and it was literally fun. Oh, I still have a big tub full of tubes, all kinds and all sizes, always handy, but this many, and I have been having that tub for 10 years, have never ever used one of them. why the F do I need? And it was a box like this. So cleared a lot of out. Had another box with all kinds of yarn and whatever. What am I doing with a whole box full of yarn? Just one, throw it out. Then I came to a few pieces that I cut off some of my plastic kitchen trolleys that I have my stuff on. And I always had, oh, they have nice forms, let's keep them. I had almost thrown them out, but let's keep them because they are quite new. I didn't have them for longer than 2 years, I guess. And then now I have the idea. This is going to be, I'm going to glue them on a piece of foam and use them over here. Then I see I will have to rearrange somehow, somewhere, some of the pillars. Maybe even, oh wait, it's even better if I, yes. Look, and that's the nice thing of building some things. So you get an idea and then you have to, well, some things you have to plan, as this is a classic dungeon. So I have at least, I am going to build a spear trap and a scythe trap. So a nice whoosh and a ptoink. I have already laid down some nice skeletons for it. And so this is going to be on top of this here. First I thought, I want to make it stained glass. But a dungeon with windows? That's the... No, those are nice alcoves that are going to... or ornaments, or whatever you want to call them. I will... I'm not sure, because texturing this will be hard. But I will find something out. Probably with a sponge and some paste somehow, somewhere, and just as they are just for pictures, and nobody will look underneath here, so I can still but still have to fit it over there. So a large portion of this. Hey, John the Templar, hello, welcome, welcome. How are you doing? Just explaining a little bit about my whole dungeon building thingy I'm building, and unfortunately there will be a part of the stream will me just being laying bricks and laying flagstones, so a little bit dull, but I'm not in the mental state to do some serious mini painting, although I do have some nice skeletons laying around, because we need some casualties for the traps that I'm building for my dungeon. And just to give you an idea, yes, this will be a spear trap. You're good. You're doing some bricklaying. Yeah, I mean a little bit of... a real mini painter can do all kinds of stuff. So I am trying to literally practice my bricklaying. And no, I did not make these this week. I had a very good advice from somebody who has already been working with this kind of foam and this stuff for years and years. Mr. Black Magic Craft, find him on YouTube. Has great videos. Did work a lot with this kind of foam. Now he's a little bit more in mini painting and other things. Has his own game out. Just a little shout out. But if you want to do something and you have no idea what to do, take a piece of foam and just start cutting bricks, because bricks you will always be needing. Same for the flagstones. If you have a little bit of spare time, you have a few pieces laying around, and especially these things you can make very great, very good from smaller pieces that you are not going to use for anything else. So yeah, and this is going to be about the layout, what it's going to be, with a nice few pillars that I made this afternoon. They are not perfect, but then this is going to be an old dungeon. That's why I'm using the loose stones, so I get a little bit more of a difference in the depth of the stones. And sorry, but that is a little bit tedious, and I'm going to share that with you all. But I will also be painting a little bit of minis, as we have a some skeleton. Well, it's now a skeleton. Someone who has lost his head over the scythe. So I know it's all tiny because it's far away. I know, sorry. As I just showed you, I have a nice spear trap that I'm going to put in there. And yeah, well, I did browse my little misprint tub, and I found a very small mummy. So that's easy to paint and also easy to place. I found some two strange looking plants, very small, but that can also be somewhere. I even found a misprint mini. Maybe I'm going to do something with that. And I found a treasure chest with gold, of course. Any classic dungeon has a treasure chest with gold. Not sure if I'm going to really glue them on the board or not. And I'm, in case you did not catch it, the whole board I am going to make, so I can make a group picture of all the minis that I'm going to paint for the big brush off from MLG. As yeah, well, I am going to paint quite a lot of them, about 8 or 10 minis. And yeah, if they have to, well, they can of course choose some or put several in one picture for the video. Then I feel a little bit I'm stealing the headlights, the show lights, the whatever. So I just at least want to make a nice group picture, because I of course want to show off all the minis I painted, especially the amount. But yeah, so, and that's the idea I got this week. I am going to build a dungeon, and while I am talking, it's maybe nice to just get my PVA glue out. I have my blister pack for the glue, and you know what? I will be needing quite some. So that is my handy dandy PVA glue, but I have a smaller bottle for the bigger jobs. Whee! As if you buy in bulk, it's always cheaper. Like, no, let's keep it on my desk, just in case even this will not be enough. Then I'm going to use some water. Whee! Use a starch and a raid. Thank you. Welcome. Shanu, use a starch. Whee! Done. Thank you very much, Shanu. I was just starting to start bricklaying, whatever. Baldy English. So much more to show for show and tell than I expected. Yeah, no problem. As long as everybody enjoyed it, and I will be watching it later on the VOD, the VOD. And John the Templar says, welcome Raiders. Night Whisper, hello, welcome. Just a little quick reintroduction, as I have already told a little bit. I am making a photo backdrop, if I can call it, for the big brush off, as it is classic monsters, and I'm painting quite some of them. I want a nice yeah, I want to make a nice group photo. So classic monsters, classic dungeon. This is going to be it about. I have made it from styrofoam, and I'm going to decorate it with XPS foam, bricks and flagstones. I've already made 2 stairs. As well, this is that nice styrofoam that comes in bubbles, and I cannot texture it. How is, by the way, everybody? I hope you enjoyed Carol's stream, and I was grabbing for a big brush. There we go. And the reason I am doing this is indeed I have my mind not set on minis, although I do have some minis that I will show you in a moment or later when I no, you know what? Are these dry? Oh, no. Oh, this one needs a little bit more glue. Where is my plastic glue? As I am building some traps, and yeah, well, traps are normally hidden, but then you don't see them. So why should I build traps in the dungeon? No, these have gone off. So we need at least some victim laying or standing around. And I have here a nice skeleton archer. Very, very small for you, I know. When I start painting these, I will zoom in a little bit better. But I have a decapitated skeleton archer and a scythe. So guess what kind of trap that is. And I have another skeleton that will be shish kebabbed by 4 spears. I have found a 3D mummy, a 3D printed mummy, some strange plant. And I have even a kind of throne over here, chair, and a box full of coins, and a misprinted mimic. So I will be painting some minis, but not to the usual quality, as they are just in use for this backdrop. And unfortunately, most of the time I will be just laying bricks. Sorry. I hope I can find topics to talk about. Otherwise, please help me out and drop a nice item, topic, whatever. This is not the height that I am going for. It needs to be higher. Oh, the reason why I, by the way, use the styrofoam, simply because XPS foam is a little bit more expensive. So I am using this just as a fill up, as a base, and then use the XPS foam. And I found these nice cut-offs that I have from some plastic kitchen trolleys. And my idea is to put just them over here. Well, I have to cut them and, you know, fit them right in, and then that will be the wall. But first, let's do just the boring stuff, bricklaying. I know it's complete different kind of task than you normally as mini painter have. But if you are a terrain builder, it is possible that you have done it before, at least on this scale. The reason also that I am using all those loose hard foam bricks, well, simply I have a whole tub of them. I hope I have enough, otherwise I will have to make a few more tomorrow. I dip, as I have just put the PVA glue where I want them. I also need to make sure that they have at least a little bit more on the, let's use it, a little bit on the other bricks. Hey, total 67, sorry. Thank you for the follow. And I hope you enjoy the stream. And you can look. Hello everyone. Yes, you too. How are you doing? Well, I'll and what I'm always curious about, what do you have with mini painting? You don't have to tell, but most of the time people that come visit my stream have something with mini painting. It's certainly, and you are doing well. I am doing okay, yeah. Normally I paint smaller minis and do this. I'm not doing this on stream as it is a little bit boring here and there, at least to view it. But I know I had a quite busy week last week, and I'm a little bit too tired, as I'm also an old guy. So I mean, 12-hour shifts are a little bit too much for me. And you paint bolt action armies, right? Nice. And music starts. Damn, really wish I could stay longer, but our game is starting early now in like 4 minutes. Then rush off. And thank you very much for your stream. It was a great stream again, as always. And I will catch up with the VOD about the whole show and tell. Yeah. 1967. Oh, it's a good year. If that is your birth year, then it's then you are 3 years older than me. So I'm not about to not allowed, but then I should be a little bit more careful with all my complaining about being old. But bolt action, have never played it, but I am part of a little gaming club that where they sometimes play bolt action. So I have a little bit of knowledge, at least, about how the models look. World War II. Which is the way I also started, not with bolt action, but I started with building kits. I'm not building kits, but you know what I mean. The kits with the T. I always find that a little bit of a strange thing to have to say. And those were the mostly World War II related. Oh, almost forget to. But yeah, and I do stream, as you can see. Wow, really? You can see. Not played yet. Still painting figures. Oh, hey, that's. I mean, painting is certainly my thing. I have played. Oh my God! I want to say World of Warcraft, but that's something different. I've Warhammer. The fantasy, the old-fashioned Warhammer fantasy, mostly. Collected quite some armies of them, but then started with Dungeons and Dragons. DMing, that's why I am calling myself. Did I call myself the Bold GM? I never found out why my place came up with the Bold, but okay. So yeah, but since a few years I retired from DMing or GMing, and I am now when I'm not working for my boss, I am a full-time painter, part-time streamer, and I know my painting is much better than my streaming and especially talking abilities. Well, I can talk, as you can hear, but I still think that at certain points, start to complain again about things I should not complain about. Well, it's not really complaining, but the other people know what I'm talking about. Unfortunately, Night Whisper makes sense though. To paint enough figures to play a 2 hours tabletop battle game probably takes like 200 to 400 hours. Okay. So we spent most of our time painting and very little left to play. Yeah, that is quite accurate. Although with with bolt action, yeah, you can of course make the battles as big as you want. But the people I see play, they do not play with that much minis. So they have probably all very small battles, or the battle forces are not necessarily always that big as in Games Workshop or Warhammer. The only thing that I always liked about the whole painting stuff is like all the fantasy figures. You can paint them in fact as whatever you want. I mean, even orcs do not have to be green. They can be every color you want. Only, yeah, if you play things like bolt action, then it's very nice if you paint your Germans in bright blue colors. But I think that would be the other players will look a little bit strangely at you. Good. That is a nice damaged stone. Good. Oh, and I like to ramble about whatever. My thoughts are always going much faster than my mouth, so that's why I say I'm not as good as a streamer. But hey, I stream, I paint, I build, and I still have quite some people that enjoy it. So hey, hooray for me! And those who listen and chat. It's I mean, I know there are always a lot of people lurking. I have no problem with that. You all lurk away. Oh, I forget it. But let's get. But I mean, when I just as I was watching Carol's stream, I also was just preparing for this stream, not doing too much of the building as I did not want to do too much, so I cannot share it with you. And let's see, do not think faster than you can talk is probably a safer bet than talking faster than you. That's for sure. That's for sure. That can be quite awful. I have to agree with that. Certainly. Now, I have to make a little decision because how big are those stairs? Yeah. I am looking if I am going to build all the bricks on the whole wall and then attach the stairs. Yeah, because then all the no, flight of stairs, how many stairs there are. Whoops. Anyway, they are almost all as evenly big. So, no, I will glue this on later also. Wait a moment. If I use the flagstone on the floor. Need to run, talk to you soon. Yeah, okay, have a great stream. Yeah, okay, yeah, we were talking about having thinking, typing, everything at the same time. Thank you, Muse Touch. See you next time. Now, to be honest, that is a little bit how my mind goes. And I am... yeah, that is very nice. So the top of these stairs will almost be at the top of that part. Good. Then I use the flagstones underneath. That's good. I'm not going to use a second. As you can see, I have made a nice layout, but it's just a little bit for where do I want what trap. Afterwards, I did took a picture of it, luckily, so I do know where to put the pillars. Night Whisper, oh yeah, I just started following another painter from the Netherlands on Instagram today. Yeah, there are quite some painters from the Netherlands, certainly. Oh no, I wanted to do the whole bricks. Right. But then, yeah, well, what country does not... Oh, hey, Black Skull, good afternoon from the USA, yay! It's minus 22 degrees Fahrenheit here at my place, with wind chills. Total chill factor is minus 45 degrees. Oh, I had to add a supplemental heater in the studio to keep the temps up. Be glad to see you again. Yeah, well, in that case, I'm very glad to see you, and I hope you are... not also keeping healthy with that kind of weather. Yo, that's no, I'm very glad that in the Netherlands minus 22 Fahrenheit. I think that's a little bit the number is a little bit less in Celsius in that. But no. That's luckily a temperature that we do not have very often here in the Netherlands, and I do not recall any of the any winters that we had it. And that's funny. The last week we did have quite some cold here in the Netherlands. We had a complete minus 7 degrees Celsius. So everybody was complaining. Oh, it's cold! It's cold! It's cold! Yeah. And then you have that kind of weather. And Night Whisper, lol, we had a snowstorm a week ago. And today it's like 55 Fahrenheit. Yeah, it's weather. It's... oh, I've run into a corner again. Okay, temps in the early 30s here until Thursday. Then I went to crap. I beat the snow on Thursday evening. A 3-hour drive. Yeah, well, I'm still very glad that at least weather and temperatures outside is something nobody can really do something about. Otherwise, I have colleagues indeed that have no problem with no problems with the cold. I myself do not. Also have not much problems with cold. Hey, and welcome Pete the Hydrator, turkeys. Okay. There's the... Thank you for the sad trombone. I guess you are saying that it's also it's too damn hot. Yeah, there we have it. You see, it's
All I have is coffee.
and we have a hydrate. One moment. Yeah. One place it is too hot. One place it is too cold. One place it is too. Hey, where is my second cup of coffee? Oh, over there. Oh, I almost thought But yeah, it's we can luckily complain about the weather all we can. We still cannot change anything of it. Just dress differently and turn off on the heat and hydrate. From Pete, thank you very much. Isn't there someone we can sack? Yeah, there are people who say they're scapegoat at least. Yeah, I believe there are some people that say that there are people. Well, people. Yeah, that yeah, would be nice.
The dehydrator says the turkeys will eat the goats.
Hey, Texas Pete, the turkeys will eat the goats. Eee. Oh, totally forgot that I had that. Oh. So yeah, now it's this was very quiet. Okay, very quiet. Oh, I did hear it perfectly. Then ban the ban hammer. Okay, yeah, well then we have to ban that thingy. Let's see, where do I have? Oh, text to speech. Yeah. Let's place that brick over there. Sorry, I have to. I am working on a little bit with my little dungeony thingy before my PVA glue dries up. And the nice thing is I did not measure anything. I just had some pieces of styrofoam over here. And oh, come on, Pokemon community. Damn. Oh, that's a nice Jimmy. Oh, from Jimmy the Brush. Fail. Damn. Let's see if we can get. Yeah. Oh. And sometimes I'm just very lucky. I did not, as I said, I did not measure anything. I just took those pieces as they were just lying around. Part of my. Yeah, I know it's. Pokemon community for the Pokemon catches. It's not really. I mean, I let them provide a service to my followers and my watchers, my streamers, my chatters, and damn, they do every time. Every Pokemon almost escapes. Right. Oh, I was going to look for the text to speech. Just, well, this is drying a little bit. I do know where it comes from, but where? No, not there, not there. Wow, do I have so much stuff going around? Ah, there we go. There we have the dashboard. At least I believe this one was it. Yes, I have to log in. Really? Haven't been here for a long time, but whatever. The rewards, pick a card, text to speech. Added that feature. Oh. Okay, on the website here, text to speech is you look like you are doing live action Minecraft. Yeah, well, I'm laying bricks. I have gathered all my. For your information, I have never ever played Minecraft, but I have seen things about it, and it's a gathering building game. So yeah, I am indeed gathering my stuff and building. Let's go to here. And now we have desktop audio too. Oh, let's go to this one. Yes. Properties. Can I have a... Oh. Oh. Yes, let's do that. Thank you very much. That does work. Oh. Yeah, it does work, but... No, it's... It's all set to 100%, so I cannot make the text-to-speech louder. That's not nice. So we will have to do with this. Sorry, Pete. So yeah, let's go back to my Minecraft then. I will try to find a solution for it.
John the Templar says huzzah.
Huzzah! I mean, I don't know how my... what do I have further for... On my side, it's not very loud, but I can hear it. So...
Roger, roger.
I don't know how that sounded, but that was about just as loud. And goes through an other audio channel, but what was I going to do? Oh, looking if my minis are... They are not completely dried, but dry enough to... you know what? I'll just first go on with my bricklaying a little bit, so that can dry too. For this foam, some people say you can use a hot glue gun. I have tried it. Must say I'm not really excited about it. I mean, it does melt the foam. Just a little bit, but still it does melt it. Also, I have a very cheap hot glue gun from the Lidl, and probably just the temperature is a little bit too much. Oh, this one is not completely. That's nice. Now let's set that one back. While I am Minecrafting and telling you stuff, I have to think about that I still want to get a little bit more height difference in the stones. There is already, as they are not all perfectly the same size, there is already a little bit of a difference. So I now am going to, I did have a nice little box with irregular formed yeah, let's use this one, then I can find the other one later. I have some irregular shaped, those are from garbage pieces. So I am going to stick a very thin part underneath, glue this piece over it, and now it's sticking out very much, right? That's what I wanted. And then normal, of course I don't want to use that technique too much, as then it would be very weird, very weird, but here and there, let's just stick out one of the stones. Do I have another one? Maybe one that is even smaller. And I do mean in thickness, or maybe a broken one. We have. Good. And let's use on top a other sized, irregular sized one. A little bit less thick. Should have used the other side. Wait a moment. You can still do. There we go. Huh. As I said, normally I do this with a nice music on and just in total silence. Makes it a little bit easier, I have to say. But then I don't have the idea that I am creating something with friends. And that's the whole thing about streaming for me. That I am not all alone, which is normally not a problem for me. But just the idea that I'm still in contact with people. Nice, another one with piece broken off. As I want to make this really old looking. That's why I am going for the whole one brick after another. As you can put all of this nicely, you can on a nice sheet of hard foam. You can just draw the stones in, texture it, right, and then it would be it look really great. But then I have a little bit like that's a little bit too neat. And I want this to be a very old, very classical dungeon. Well, now I'm looking for that one word. PVA glue that needs drying, so I cannot work too long on one side. The drawback of using PVA glue, I do have the idea, especially with this material, that PVA glue does glue a little bit better than the hot glue. Besides that, hot glue is melting the foam, and especially styrofoam is certainly not you can not use a hot glue for styrofoam. That is quite softer than the hard foam. And you can also see that when I just sticking them on, I'm not even looking for exactly the right ease down, just making it everything as straight as possible. As that is absolutely not the whole idea behind it. Oops, and you can see I did not even use enough glue there, I see. This one is also sticking out a little bit. Too bad. And I have hey Viking Pie, long time no see indeed. How are you doing? Welcome to my Baldy Does Minecraft stream. Thank you for that. Right. And I'm just going to change back to a little bit of mini painting. While this all is drying, Let's see. This goes a little bit to there, to that side. Oh, yeah, there we go. Luckily, that is the top part. It's not a big problem that not all the stones will be completely glued to each other. As when this is all done, all the stonework is done, I am going to add a protective layer over it. You could say some kind of a, I call it a primer, just because Black Magic Craft also calls it a primer, and I do have it handy somewhere. So handy that I even do not know. Oh, there we have it. It's I use this stuff, Mod Podge, mud. Only I add black, very much black paint, so you have a nice black kind of primer for this kind of stuff. So it does glue everything a little bit better together, and it also protects the foam for if you hit it or it drops. It makes it a little bit sturdier. Let's get that one over there. Good. Now let's see if we can. Oh, I am at my. Let's see if we can. And now we do have a little bit of a problem, and I was already afraid of it. As my focus is going out, it's going out of focus. Oh yay! Yeah, there. Good. First, I have a few skeletons. I will keep it higher up. Oh, there we are. Yeah, good. First, I have some skeletons that I have to prime. I had hoped I could finish the priming before stream, but I still had to glue them. I still have to build one. Wait one moment. Now, let's start with this nice one. It's going to be on his belly without his head, as he is decapitated by a nice scythe. I add a little bit of thinner, not too much. And so Viking Pie working on something, as he's also a great painter. Or his work still a little bit too much. Yes, I can totally understand. That's why I am doing this right now. Instead of normal mini painting. I had planned indeed to do the Thievius bust, but after this week and last week, or last week and the week before, I had absolutely not the energy to get into detailed mini painting. Sorry if you are coming there for that over here. Well, I am painting minis right now, but not the way I usually do. Ooh, now I added a little bit too much thinner. Although he is decapitated, we will need his skull. And what I was thinking about, I have made a spear trap for my dungeon. Well, it's just a few spears sticking out of the wall. At least these are going to get into the wall. And I have a mini that I should be hanging in there, and that is perfect. The only the best way, as I want him to be halfway, that's going to go great if he is complete. Yeah, that would be great. This one over there. Right through the chest. If I want to have the best way, as much as surface on the whole part where I can glue the mini on. Now this one has 2 ropes over here, so it's a good, which makes the shaft a little bit thicker. So it's a good idea to just cut just at the ropes. I did have my plastic glue. There we go. Now we are going to look. And of course, now we have seen, now we can glue him also on here. That's good. The more places he is glued on, the better, of course. We see that he is touching this over here. As they are for the backdrop, photo backdrop, it's going to be the painting that I'm going to do will be very basic. Come on, you can do it. Nope, I'm a little bit out of frame. Now I cannot, of course, paint it yet. It has to dry. Just lay it aside. With these kinds of, oh, I have to put the spear tip back. A little tip for you. John the Templar has caught one. And I agree, thinking of doing the thing. Okay. Now I have to see, it is about the taking for baking for taking the making the backdrop. Thinking of doing the thing. I do not even know what I exactly put in my own text. Yeah, oh, about and the other skills, probably. What I was wanting to say, these lot of people have always problems with the nozzle getting clogged. That's why when I have used it, I always push out all the paint until I have cleared it out, and then I take it away, put it away. Black Skull. So I'm currently working on a new Mr. Freeze minion for the Batman TCG. Okay, some mutants from my Space Station Zero game and repriming the She-Hulk from Marvel. Oh, nice. Had an on the road disaster with her first attempt. Okay, yeah. And there you have it. If something does not go as planned, especially with minis, and unless you have really thick paint over it, so you have covered every detail that there is, you can always paint over it. So yeah, it's too bad that it's was a little bit of a disaster with your first attempt, but if you don't make mistakes, you do learn. So good luck with that. If you have pictures of them, and I believe, wait a moment, I believe I do follow you on Instagram. I believe. Always nice to get some. Whee! There are a lot of people on Instagram that use black skull. But as you probably know, my and paint over it I shall, otherwise it gets buried in the backyard next to my old stained glass equipment and dead hamster. Ooh, okay. That would be a shame. I mean, I have seen the peonies for the peonies, the minis from Marvel United and the other and all the other Marvel minis. Would be a shame, but I can understand it. I also have minis here and there, especially now I'm cleaning up my whole stuff around here. Oh man, there are minis that I really have from, but the hamster would have come. Yeah, do you have some dice you don't like? Put them in. He can even play a game. Where am I going with my thoughts? Yep. Skeleton bone. No, I want to use linen white, which is almost the same, only a little bit more yellow. Bad dice. Bad dice I have. Marvelous idea. Yeah, well. Oops. I sometimes have some. I have my my good moments. Yeah, oh. Whoa, John! Nice, thank you very much.
Blackskull 1965 sub and is one of the Baldy lots now. Thank you. Blackskull 1965.
Ball Jim is good. Oh, okay. Ball Jim is wise. Oh. At work I always say I do have my good moments, but only once a year, and don't tell my my boss, so otherwise he wants them more often. And oh, I am painting a 3D printed mummy, and the color I am using right now is linen white. Why? Yeah, well, why should I be using linen white on a wrapped up mummy? Have not decided if I guess I will just put it standing up somewhere in the dungeon. Let's see, what mini do we have next? Something very simple. By the way, where are my brush rockies? Over here I have one. Now we have a nice little chest, also 3D printed. Yeah, let's start with the brown. I don't want it to be too dark, so we are going for a ruddy leather. And you see, even though I say I am building a dungeon, I am still mini painting. It's only now a little bit in a different, for me it's, I'm sitting a little bit for painting, a little bit in a strange position, as I'm not used to a regular chair. I normally have my special knee stool, but for this little bit And yeah, what can I tell you all more? Besides that, I am indeed cleaning up my whole hobby room. And let's see, this one has already had a nice, well, nice little bit of a brown paint over it. I have no idea. I do know that I have printed these for a colleague of mine. He plays Bloodhaven, I believe it is. And he wanted some scenery. So I printed some. And yeah, well, if you printing it, and some of the, I do not even know why I probably did. This was in my box with misprints. It is also possible that he didn't want this chair. But why did I put it in my misprint pile? No idea. Because I cannot see anything wrong with it right now. Oh wait, yeah, I already see. Or is it on this side? No, on this side. Oh no, that's part of the mini. So no, lucky for me, so I can at least place the throne nice in the dungeon. Ooh, too much. Come on. Now you can at least see that this is a brown. The other one was quite dark. Let's get that to dry. I have two very strange plants. They have leaves, but I thought more of a toadstool like something. Got a phone call in the middle of it. Did I miss anything? Well, that I was build. As you can see, it's layers of bricks. So I was trying to build a Minecraft dungeon. Sorry, classical dungeon by Minecrafting all kinds of stuff. And now I am painting minis again, just because I want to put some nice and weird stuff into the dungeon. And I have been priming and building, let's see, a nice spear trap. Now I only have to see if that is the, where do I get, okay, because we, of course I want to get the whole spear out of his chest. At the right length, more or less. No, still a little bit more. Then is it is after the up. Cut a little bit off, as with my, what is Minecrafting? I don't know the verb version of Minecraft. Yeah, no, I do not know the whole game. I have seen something about it, but, and to be honest, that is the whole thing that I don't like about it. How it looks. Brings me completely back to my childhood Pong game. And for those who do not know what I'm talking about, Google Pong as in video game. And have a good laugh. So this, oh, yeah, positioning it a little bit right. And this is my spear trap. Straight to the chest. Why not? Yeah, the earlier household computer game. Yeah, I even dare to say computer. It probably had some computery stuff in it, but anyway, the good old times. You needed more imagination to make it funny and entertaining. But anyway, this one is still not completely dry, but I am going to use the primer on this. The scythe. I should have cleaned it a little bit better, meaning you can see the primer is not completely sticking to it. I'm going to give it a little bit of a second try. Sometimes there is still a little bit of a very thin cover of primer on there, so the next layer will stick. If it doesn't stick, I add my secret weapon, and it will be a little drop of alcohol. Not drinking alcohol, rubbing alcohol. That clears away the grease, but I think I am in luck. Viking Pie, I am in a retro console gaming group. It's nostalgic as fuck. Oh, that's nice. That's I didn't know that. Hey, that's a retro console gaming group. That's, to be honest, the first thing I hear. But yeah, I have indeed seen people who have all the old Atari and I don't know what stuff laying around still. Yeah. Good. I have two very weird plants. A very, let's see, what is that? Dungeon slime. Yes, that's a nice green. For the top, as there are some leaves on them, and I want a nice contrast and a little bit of weirdness to it, so I will use, is Pete still around? I am going to use pink. And there we go with the dungeon slime, and this is breast cancer awareness pink. Both from nice and thick, as it is a little bit older. Viking Pie, I was in shock when they suggested that we should plan on should play on the Wii. Apparently it's already nearly 20 years old. Yeah, that's yeah, that does make you feel old a little bit, huh? Dungeon slime for the ick look. Sold at fine slime and mold stores. Oh, that's yeah. I hope you can all hear that. Or otherwise, your average gaming store. At least the gaming stores. Ooh, yep, that's. Whoop. At least the stores where they sell painting stuff, I guess. This will need a wash to get the details out. Oh. But that's something for later. This one the same. And maybe to make it even. I do now get a very strange idea. Maybe, I guess. For a wet blend, but then I need a mini holder. Let's get A little bit of blue tack. La 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 la. There we go. Get in there. You get in there. You get in there too. Voila. We have some nice orange. Orange, yes, orange. Uh-oh. I'm going to blend some orange into the slime, the dungeon slime. Why? Just because my brain said, why not? That's fun. At least it does clash really nicely. Let's get a little bit of black skull. I had a dungeon that just wasn't working. My player said it was too clean and fresh to be the lair of lizardmen and a horde of undead zombie pacifists. Okay, they were going to other DMs who had nasty, dusty and stinky looking dungeons, but then I discovered Dungeon Slime. Now they can't even stay away from my gross terrain. Thanks to Dungeon Slime, you saved my game and it's great on eggs. Yeah, well, hey. Yeah, to make everything look yucky, you do need some dungeon slime here and there. And I can tell you, my dungeon certainly will go, after I have built it, will get a nice ugly wash. To dirty it down as it needs to be. By the way, that was an unrehearsed testimonial. Nice. And how is that for a weird fungus? Well, fungus with leaves. But that's, I am, to be honest, I'm going to save that text. Why not? Where do I say? Oh, wait, what? I have a nice document. And we go over there. And of course, that is the whole. No. When do I ever learn? Paste as text. Okay, very good. And it was Mr. Black Skull who said it. Of course, I want to remember that. Oh, same thing. Let's use text. And save. And that's how an other DM gets his ideas about certain text and things. Thank you. Luckily, I do not. Thanks for letting me do that. I haven't done it in years. I used to throw in little ad breaks during my sessions like that. Okay, nice. That is a really great way of DMing. I wish that I had the mindset for just doing something like that. I'm always too serious, but love it. Nice. That is the. Okay. Painting the minis. I also have a somewhat damaged misprint mimic. Like there's a hole in his tongue and he's missing the point of his tongue. At first I was thinking, you know what, let's use some putty and repair it. But this is a very classic dungeon. And no, I think it's just a mimic that just did bite his tongue. It's maybe better. My biggest claim to fame was the ad during Tomb of Horrors. Okay. Promoting the Lich Loops cereal. Yeah. Okay, look, that's the kind of stuff I like, but I never come up with. The funniest thing that I ever did in an also not too serious game was it was my first ever Halloween game that I did. I had the games from Munchkin, the role-playing game. Changed it a little bit here and there, but the main thing was everybody started out as the card game. You are a human, you have an empty character sheet, and just go ahead. You go into the dungeon and just like the card game, yeah, you do find stuff everywhere. Of course, the first very dangerous monster they found was a potted plant, like that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's but still a lot of preparation in front, and I certainly do love Munchkin, the card game, that's for sure. That role-playing game, also very good, but that what you just pulled off, that's a little bit above my my thinking, not my thinking capacity, my improv. So, but I'm more of a too serious dungeon master. But my players did like it. Now let's get really nice. And this needs to be a nice bloody tongue. And I am talking about Munchkin. I have the Munchkin game Batman. Do not know what the exact thing was, from the Kickstarter, from the maker of Munchkin himself. Have even played it already once. And I must say that what is his name? Thinking of the creator of Munchkin. Strange thing, I see his name in front of me because it's on every box, on every whatever. Steve Jackson, yeah, thank you very much. Hey, Tenebrum! And Valerox, if I pronounce that the correct way, welcome. How are you both doing? Steve Jackson also created Ogre. We love it. Oh, that does ring a little bell. Very small bell. Tenebrum, you're doing not bad, not bad. Okay, that's leads more positive than than doing bad, but you can call me V, simpler. Okay, I'll try to remember that. Telling me sorting bits all evening and magnetize. Oh, so productive. That's magnetizing. I have just scratched the top of it. What is it? Just the but never done it really with models. But and how am I doing? Well, what am I doing? Well, welcome to Baldy is painting minis and playing and building Minecraft dungeons. Right now, I am painting some minis, as I am building a backdrop for my backdrop for taking pictures of minis. As I am going to paint quite some classical minis this month, and I want to make a nice group photo. So, and I'm doing okay. The reason I am not painting my normal stuff because I had a quite busy work week, and that's why I am mainly concentrating. Oh, now we have to zoom out again. There we go. I'm building some kind of a dungeon backdrop, and this stuff, those little minis are going to be in there also. Ooh, let's go back to the some weird plants. Oh, where am I? Where am I? Ah, there I am. I'm glad I used the orange for it. Let's see, Black Skull Head. We played a little of the Munchkin RPG and the Cthulhu Munchkin. Munchkin games can be hilarious or terrible depending on the draws. Yeah. Terebrum, I did it a lot. Nice, you dipping back into D&D again, or still just... No, this is still for fun. I have 2 monthly challenges that I do every month, so that's mainly painting 1 mini normally, but I have also set my goal for at least the next 2 months to paint 2 minis and finish, so also finish 2 minis a week. And yeah, well, of course I am looking also at the monthly challenges, and one of the monthly challenges right now is painting classic monsters. So I have painted a few orcs, I have painted a dryad, I have painted a mephit, I'm going to paint a zombie, a skeleton, a kobold, another orc, and I have some other minis in reserve. I also want to make at the end of the month a nice group photo of all the minis that I did paint this in January. So yeah, my brain thought, hey, you know, it would be nice to build a complete part of a classic dungeon so you can make a nice as a backdrop. And so yeah, why not make my work even more than I already have? That's how my brain works. Yay. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. And luckily, as I have had a very busy week, right now I could have painted some minis, but not the ones that I would really like to paint. That's I will start tomorrow probably with them. So in between laying bricks, I am also as in a classic dungeon, you need some traps, some old traps. So let's go back to my primer for this skeleton. And for those who do not know, I am an old hammer painter. Not that I only paint old hammer, I paint, I'm a painter of minis in the most broad way of the word. But I started with Warhammer Fantasy, so that is the old Hammer stuff. And so I have a lot of extra parts laying around. My first ever army was undead. I just checked my my bit box, and only for all the normal skeletons, I already need 3 different boxes. Otherwise, I cannot even place everything. I mean, these are all the normal hand weapons. Then we have some musician stuff, the skulls. The spears do not fit in a little other thingy. And here we have the torsos, the legs, and some extra bigger weapons that I just chopped off. Those are the hands and the arms and the spears that go with these spears. And these are only the skeleton parts that I clipped off all the sprues that I ever had. The rest of all my skeletons are still neatly packed in their boxes, some even with cellophane still on them. Creative brains can be a hassle indeed. So familiar, actually have assortment cases, schroefjes koffers. Yeah, that's how it started. And these are only 4. I also have, of course, Mordheim zombies. Well, it was not only Mordheim, it was also fantasy, but I started those with when Mordheim came out, because those are really great just to put somewhere as scenery. And I have 2 big of those assortment boxes behind me on my on the closet. You can see there the wardrobe, the whatever you want. I mean, English, sorry, something completely different. English has so many words for all kinds of closets, cupboards, wardrobes. Wardrobe I know is only for clothes, but still, officially, that is behind me. That is a wardrobe that I just put a lot of shells in. So it is officially still a wardrobe, only I don't use it for clothes anymore. But anyway, so I'm completely out of frame. So we put 9 Kaflex in the hobby room. So we have walls with top to bottom Kallax. Oh, Kala, yeah. Yeah, no, that's IKEA cupboard. Yeah, yeah, well, I am going to rearrange my my whole hobby room, as my house is going to be renovated, and this room is under my roof, so I have unfortunately not all the walls are straight. I have some under the roof, so I cannot place very much there, but there is a roof window, and I get a new one. Only the thing is, the people who do that need room to get to it from the outside and inside. So yeah, I have to clear out a big part of my hobby room. But I immediately also see the positive side of it, because how it is built right now, how it is, the whole setup, I don't like it. So yeah, if I have to take almost everything out, then I'm doing that, and after I can get in again, I will rearrange everything, and probably I will indeed have room to hang some more closet space on the wall that is now right over there. Only have not thought of exactly what or how. Because the table that I'm now sitting in is literally in the middle of the room, connected to a table over here that's against that wall. So I do have a very small walking space over here. Everything is filled with trolleys with minis. Small walking space. And at that side, in fact, the same, because there are three big cupboards with mainly minis and other materials. The only thing that I need to figure out is when, let's see what you say, fresh start, always good. Yeah, it's, this was a nice idea when I still had mainly the painting area started out to be here. I had a small side table over here where I did more of the constructing stuff. So when I was constructing or basing or whatever, I wasn't getting all kind of small stuff on my painting area. But after I started streaming, I needed room for some arms for my cameras, my microphone. I needed a screen. So yeah, that's why I put that all there, but no. And I still have to figure out how to do it when this table is going to stand against that wall. But that's for something for later. The downside is to any amount of storage that you fill it. And if, yeah, that is indeed the problem. As when I started with this hobby, I was living at my parents' home. I was in my teens. Then, when I was 25, I got my first steady job. In fact, I still have that same job. And but I moved out to a very, very small house. But I'm alone. I don't need much room. And the biggest room that I had was my living room over there, and that was less than half of what I have here. And this is quite a nice bedroom size. So yeah, when I moved out over there, I didn't have very much, and this room was quite big. So yeah, I can put a lot of stuff in it. But exactly as you say, the more room you have, the more stuff you put in there. And I've already cleaned out 2 complete boxes, and they literally did stand over there in the cupboard. And I took them out, and when I got into this house 10 years ago, I had these boxes with exactly the same contents, with all kinds of tubes and all kinds of bottle caps and all kinds of weird stuff that I'm certainly going to use sometime. And it's still standing here 10 years later. Never even looked at it. Yeah, well, pushed it aside to get to something that I did need. So yeah, there's 2 boxes completely going into the garbage. Yeah, yes, same. Slowly but surely clearing out stuff. Some of it is 30 years old. Yeah. I found I still have a lot of minis completely in box. And one of the oldest boxes I have are still the Games Workshop skeletons, with 20 skeletons in one box. The still thick box, still in cellophane. I know there is a price tag still on it. I'm not even going to look at it. I know I did the phone box. No, it's not a phone box. It's just from GW. They started out with the ones that you mean, I think there were still 40 in them, I believe. No, there's not, no, the ones on sprue, yeah. But the ones that with 20 skeletons with 40 skeletons in one box for one price. Still a very big price, but that was just before they started to tell everybody we are lowering the prices. Excuse me? Games Workshop lowering their prices? Yes, we are! Wow! By how much? 1%? 2%? No! A quarter. Games Workshop is lowering the prices by a quarter? Yes. And you get only half of what you now get. Oh. Okay. And oh, that's because they went from metal to plastic. Yeah. And oh, it's raining. Nice. Yeah, and those boxes were indeed. Where was I going? The only reason that I keep that box pure for nostalgia, because I have, oh my god, I have enough undead. And yes, you got more parts, so we charge more per model. That's, yeah. Yeah, that's Games Workshop. I mean, look at, for those who do not know what we are talking about. These are all my leftover weapons. You had to buy them because they were in the sprue. All those spears. Yeah, you could choose. You can give them all hand weapons, all kinds. You can give them spears, but you only have this few legs and this few bodies. So effectively, you buy a lot of stuff, and yeah, at that time, why not? Great, yay! Now I have so much stuff. Luckily, I do things like this, and I can still use a lot of it, only not the way it's meant to be. But yeah. Oh, let's use the brown again. Yes, I still have a throne or throne-like chair over here. I always figured any way you can use them is the correct. Yeah, that's. I mean, that's certainly. But that's the way you are going to use them at a certain moment, because hey, if you are just laying them around, and I mean especially skeletons, zombie parts, if you have a little bit affinity with horror, or you want some gruesome looking bases, you cannot go wrong with those kind of parts. At least that is my take on it. That one has already. Where is the mimic? Almost dry. And well, I must say, the last few years I have, especially on the older minis, as I'm no longer playing Warhammer, I don't need a large amount of armies. I still have the largest part of a goblin and orc army laying around, not doing anything. So I have given some of them away to gaming clubs or people who paint or started out painting. I mean, I dare say that I have so many minis that I have absolutely no problem in just grabbing some and trying new painting techniques out, and then just almost just throwing the minis back in the box if it doesn't work out. But a starting player, especially nowadays, yeah, they are afraid of painting minis because, yeah, well, if I fuck it up, then I have a fucked up mini and I don't want that. So yeah, I need something to practice on. And that's, hey, if I can help a mini painter out, especially starting mini painter, by just giving them a few minis to practice, he or she is happy, and I have done a good deed, feel good about myself, and go on with painting the rest of my pile of possibilities. Yeah, I had to make space during a 10-year Warhammer break, so I gave most armies away, yeah, to a local club or kids for kids to start. I did and did not regret, as I could just start over, yeah. And as I said, I am nowadays I am more interested in just painting and collecting just minis that I like, than just because they are part of an army that yeah, it's still a collection, of course, but yeah, if I'm not going to play with them, then I can leave the minis that I don't like out and just buy the minis that I do like. And that is the mimic that has bitten his tongue off. And oh, that's nice. It's time for me to get some more bricklaying done. While I am going to watch somebody else's stream, so I am going to close my own stream. And has anybody? Thanks for the chat. Yeah, thank you too. Loved it. Is there anybody that has a suggestion for who we can raid? I mean, yeah, Jimmy the Brush is of course online, but I do know that Otto 40k, I raided him last week, has a great stream. Yeah, thanks for the stream. Yeah, no problem. Good to catch you again. Yeah, I'm glad I'm at least back with some of my streams. I hope at work it will go only a little bit better for the next months. Yeah, you sleep well. Also sleep well, V. And so if you don't mind, you have a few mini people online at the moment, except Jimmy and Otto. Well, they are both online. And to be honest, I mean, I love the show of Jimmy the Brush, their stream. But last week, and I rated Otto 40k, and I liked his stream very much. So if you all don't mind, I will. We are going to rate Otto 40k. I will just quickly check. Oh, he's going to be back in a few minutes. So he's yeah. Anyway, we are going to rate him. Let's just do it. I mean, small streamer. Oh. Now I have to see 40. What was it? Ah, then it is still with 2 T's. Why do you not? Okay. Then we are going auto. Okay. Yep. I guess he's using That is not a capital O. That is a 0. There we go. So, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for chatting. Loved it. Glad to be back. Glad to see you all back. Hopefully I'll be back on the Wednesday. Painting my this little bugger. See, can I get it in little bit in focus on street? Where is he? Where is he? No. Can't find the camera, guys. Can't find the... Oh, there we are. There he is. Gazrak, the one eye. So, have a great weekend. And hope to see you all next time. Bye.